Boatworks Today is a viewer-supported show. To learn more on how you can get involved and watch extended ad-free versions of these videos, please visit our website, boatworkstoday.com, and click on the top of the heading where it says Support This Show. Thank you. Hey everybody, my name is Andy with Boatworks Today, and I came into work this morning just to, I wanted to make a video kind of going over the overview. Wow, this is really bright. But I wanted to make a video kind of going over the condition of this teak deck. If you haven't seen the video of when we moved the boat here, I'll include a link for that right up in here somewhere. But if you recall, the reason that we moved this sailboat here to the shop for the winter was to remove the existing teak deck, and then there's going to be a number of repairs, some core replacement and that kind of thing. And then we're going to be installing a brand new teak deck on here. So that everything is solid and it no longer leaks. The owners were saying that they would swear that this boat was going to sink from the inside out just because of the number of leaks that they had up around deck and around the different fixtures and that kind of thing. So just to kind of start things off real quick, let me show you kind of what we're looking at here. Right now this is the depth of the seam, and there's maybe 1/8 of an inch here. And in a lot of places that you can see, and this is evident all around deck, but most of this deck has already delaminated from the substrate or from the fiberglass beneath it. And I'm quite sure that this microphone is not going to pick it up, but just when you're walking around on deck, you can hear all the little squish and different noises, that the wood is just basically floating on deck now. So that might account for most of the leaks. Now the way that the workflow of this project is gonna happen is the first thing I need to do obviously is gonna be, as I mentioned, remove all the hardware and peel this old deck up. Now at that point then I'm gonna need to make templates of every square inch of this deck. All the way around. The templates are going to be made kind of lattice style, out of basically 1/8 inch door skin, cut into strips. And then we're going to make a pattern that's going to basically give teak decking systems an outline for how they need to design the deck. And then once the templates are made and shipped down to Florida, then the real work is going to start for me. There is a lot of core replacement that needs to happen on this cabin top. And that would be, I'd say about half of this cabin top needs to be re-cored. And just to kind of show you what it is that I'm seeing, anytime you're seeing cracking like this, especially around fittings, hatches, and that sort of thing, anytime you're seeing cracking like this, that is almost a sure sign that there is moisture in the deck, especially if you live in a cold climate like we do. The core gets wet, and then as it freezes, it expands and you get a bunch of popping and cracking going on. Now you kind of compound that over a number of years, and you end up with a mess that you need to deal with. The deck itself is going to take about 2 months to be built and then shipped back to me. And it's during that time, those 2 months, that I'm hoping I should be able to get all this core replacement done. We're going to come back and we're going to basically repaint, re-non-skid all of the areas that you're seeing here in gray. I'm hoping to avoid getting into having to spray some of these smooth areas, along the sides, but if it needs to get done, I'll do it. It's not that big of a deal. It's a relatively small area. I'd like to get these templates shipped out the first week of January, and then hopefully get the new deck back by sometime early March, and that'll give me March and part of April to get the deck put down, the rest of the hardware mounted and finished and ready to go down the door as soon as our road bands come off. In the spring, whenever you live in a cold area, in the springtime they put road bands on for weight restrictions, just so big trucks and semis, heavy loads don't tear up the highways. So Once the road bands come off, then hopefully we'll be able to be in a position to load this thing back up and take it back to Bayfield. Now, as you can tell, this is a big project. This is going to take up the bulk of my winter, which is also somewhat going to cut in to that little girl right there. But, you know, if I'm lucky, then January, February, and on weekends too, I'll be able to come in here. It's probably going to work out so where, you know, a Saturday, maybe Sunday mornings, I'll be able to come in and work on the roads, providing I stay on track timeline-wise with this deck replacement. But if those projects I was just talking about with the teak deck and that little girl over there, if those are going to be of interest to you, please, I would love it if you'd subscribe to this channel. I'll include a link down below. Well, there's a little link for it right here, and then there's also one down below there. But anyways, I'd love to have you subscribe to the channel. Have a great day, great upcoming weekend, and I will talk to you again very soon.
This has been a Boatworks Today production.